Welcome to eVision Live, brought to you from the eVision Institute with Dr. Alexandra Kleeberg
and Dietrich Busaka. Welcome to your happy, healthy, fulfilled new year.
Also from my side, a happy, healthy, fulfilled, loved new year. So, we have been talking about the inner child during our December episodes. And we want to, there was this imagination of Alexandra on a new begin, and we want to continue today a little bit more on this, but not in the classical way of what are our affirmations or what are our goals for this new year. We want to go a little bit further.
I don't really believe in goals.
Really?
Yes. I think there are so many people, at least in Germany, who have goals for the new year. They want to quit smoking, they want to make more movements, they
want to get rich, whatever.
Want to get rich or whatever. And they have this idea, these goals for 1, 2, 3 days, maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks, and then they come back to their own automatisms. And these sort of goals, I think, really don't work.
Yeah.
And
so we want to discuss today only on goals, on what is commitment and how to embody our goals.
Yes, that's true. But I don't think that goals and commitment and embodiment is enough. I think it's very, very important to put the goal into a mission or a vision.
Mm-hmm. To have a broader reason behind. This brings us to the two types of goals that there are. And for me, actually, well, I've been doing lots of objective-oriented planning in my other profession that I had in the past. And we were always planning also for getting big objectives and then just planning down the steps. It worked, there's impact there, but I think for me an interesting difference when it comes to our personal life in terms of goals is that the vision like Yanni made. He was distinguishing between two types of goals. These are the means goals, about what all the means, and the end goals. So let's say in means goals, I want to be rich, is a classical means goal. It has not actually, there's not much purpose behind it, because you always can ask, why do you want to get rich? What do you want to do with it?
What is the big idea
why
behind
you want?
it? Yes.
What is behind it? You can do beautiful things with it. Okay, I want to buy a beautiful house, but why would you want a beautiful house? Because I want to be happy with my family. I want to give them a nice life. I want to give my children a bright future. I want to do good things for people. Also the question of what can you contribute to this world.
So I think if you want to quit smoking, it's really important what is the deeper sense for that and what is the deeper vision for it. Maybe we have a person in our community, yes, and he's quit smoking about 2 months ago, and I was wondering if he would do that at all, and he's doing it and he's feeling well with it, but he has a bigger reason for it. He wants to live longer, he wants to be healthy in his family, and he wants to be a good teacher to his son. So there are a lot of reasons besides just quitting smoking. Why should, otherwise you're on quitting smoking and this doesn't feel really good, right? You get nervous.
Because why should he be healthy? But now he has a family, he has a small child, so it makes more sense to stay healthy and to be more
He has a bigger vision for it, and this helps him to overcome all the obstacles. And at New Year's Eve, we thought about our big visions. Mm-hmm. And my vision is self-healing for the whole world.
And I joined in.
And you joined in. And self-healing means that I visualize little children learning how to heal themselves in schools, or in kindergartens, or in families. So right now,
So this is important, I think, if you're talking about end goals. Also try to make them as precise as possible.
And concrete, yes.
Yeah,
How
not
does
just
it look
everybody
like?
is happy. I think this is not sufficient. But really be precise in terms of, and try to imagine how does it feel, how does it taste, how does it look like when you have achieved this end goal.
Yes, and I see a lot of people doing exercises, self-healing exercises all day, like in kindergarten, in schools, in companies, in old people's homes, maybe even in the supermarket. When you stand in the row, you just don't stand there in a nervous attitude, but maybe you meditate, or you do an exercise, or a welcoming communication exercise, or something
And
like
maybe
that.
doctors, instead of having people coming one-on-one to them and just talking about their cough, whatever, their daily migraine, and so that they're going to teach groups and
Yes,
how to self-heal.
yes,
So that will be much more interesting also as a work as a doctor.
So this is the big vision. That's what I think I'm here for on this earth, and that's my mission, where my energy flows. And I don't even know if I will live at that time. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. It matters that this vision enthuses me, and it helps me to go step by step by step. So it's very important, if you have goals, to see the big picture, the vision, and the meaning why you're on this earth. And then you can break it down. So the next what we have is a 10-year goal or a 10, 15-year goal. I can't look beyond that, because I probably will change so much through that process.
And the world will evolve, the technical side will
evolve.
change.
So the horizon for me is about 10 or 15 years.
Maximum, yes.
Maximum. So at that time, I would love to have a lot of people that I teach how to self-heal, and they teach it to groups, to their companies, to their kindergartens, to their schools, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So this is my vision for the next 10 years.
And I imagine that we work together with people who are having the same vision, that we are networking, that we are trying to set up events, that we are having masterminds together in our beautiful future home in Switzerland.
Yes.
And all this kind of stuff. So this is my vision actually for the next 10 years.
Okay, and then we have a vision for this year, just for 1 year, to start our educational self-healing program in German.
Mm-hmm. And maybe at the end of the year
in English. And the motto of this year is networking. So we really love to network with researchers, with practitioners.
And people who have healed themselves.
People who have healed themselves, or who search for self-healing. So we really are into that right now.
Mm-hmm. And that's why for example, we are doing these Facebook Lives every week in German and in English.
To bring information around this earth, that self-healing is possible, that it's learnable and trainable, and that
teachable.
It's innate, it's always with you, and the great thing is it's absolutely free of charge.
Really?
Yes.
True.
Yes,
it
you're
is.
safe. Yeah, like I taught myself not to wear eyeglasses anymore for about 5 or 10
You're
years
not wearing
ago.
them.
And this saves me, I don't know, a few $100 every year.
Yes. No glasses to buy.
Yes, I don't take medication. I don't even go to doctors, so that saves me a lot of money. So it's really cheap. It's free of charge, self-healing.
Yeah. Great. So other objectives for this year? Well, we're going to launch your book, 9 Steps into the World of Health, in English this year. We already promised it before for last year, but it's almost ready, so we will launch it. So
people can learn how to heal themselves just step by step.
And anybody who hasn't gotten Alexandra's book, Healing Every Day, how to transform your daily routines into
healing
rituals. So let us know, and we still have a few book steps left, so you can get a free digital copy. Just give us a personal message below send us a personal message or leave a comment below, then we can send you such a book step.
So if you want to succeed in something, just the first step is the big picture, the vision, the mission, why you're here. And then you break it down into maybe 10 years, 5 years, 1 year, and then a month, and then every day.
Exactly. And well, when it comes down, let's see, for the every day, it's just a small step that's important. When you're looking at 1 year, there's always a little bit of danger that you are overestimating what you can achieve during this year. At least we did this during the past for our program.
I achieved almost all of my goals, but they took about twice or 3 times as long.
So it can take longer. But that's why it's important to have longer horizon goals, because you don't exactly know when they will realize, but they will for sure. And maybe it takes a little bit.
If you keep on going, if you're committed to that.
Yes, and for this then it's important to get there, that you design your daily steps. Every single day, a very little small step that brings you further towards your goal. I think this is the important thing. And it's not such a little step. It is important and brings you there. And all these little steps over 365 days a year, multiplied by 1, 2, 3, 5 years, gets you there.
Yes, and for example, we have our everyday work right now with the motto networking is almost having 1 interview a day with a person that is either a researcher, a practitioner, or somebody with a healing story. So these are our small steps to build that up for, at least for January.
Yes, and we will celebrate each one of this.
Yes.
Because I think this is also very important every evening, that you just think a little bit about what have you done today, what brought you further towards your goal, and celebrate it, be grateful for it. This I think is very important.
And I think the big goal for me is also important when I don't know what to choose sometimes out of this big field of possibilities.
Can you give you guidance? It can give you guidance.
It can give you guidance. It's like a navigator, so it shows you where to go and what to decide, what is the next step. So your task will be to build up this big picture, the big vision, then the 15 or 10-year vision, maybe the 5-year goal, the 1-year goal,
and then maybe
19, and then the monthly goal, and the
then you
daily
get
goal.
Your daily steps. Yeah.
So this is your task, and really do that. So to get rid of smoking then makes sense, and it will enthuse you, and it won't deprive you from something.
Yeah. And another thing which I think is important with all these goals, they need to feel good.
Yes, they need to feel good and comfortable in the body, because the body is that what we are on this earth, and the body has to say, yes, I love this goal.
And how do we get this into the body?
We embody it.
Yes, how?
We have this big goal, and we have an embodiment for that. How do I feel when everybody on this earth knows how to self-heal?
Okay.
I would feel thankful. I would feel full of joy and full of excitement. So this would be my embodiment, full of thankfulness and excitement and gratitude.
Okay.
And so this is how my eyes will look, how my smile will be, how my uprightness will be, how I walk on this earth, and how I contact people. So I will embody that every day.
And I remember when I was achieving my 10 years goal of really organizing big events and being on stage for talking in front of hundreds, thousands of people, then that I was really receiving the standing ovations.
Okay.
as an imagination. And another thing is important, and that's why we are declaring our goals here. It is that you make them public, that you declare them.
Yes.
Don't keep your goals for yourself.
Yes, and this is what I really learned. I'm from a Prussian family, and you usually don't say anything about your goals because you might fail.
Mm-hmm.
And once you've reached them, you don't say much because it's a shame or you shouldn't do that. So it's really kept secret in this Prussian heritage. And I really had to learn to go outward with that. And every time I have a challenge, a vision which is a challenge for me, I tell it to my groups, I tell it to my family. So I'm a sort of like a little bit pushed or reminded to this commitment.
Mm-hmm. And maybe these other people even support you.
They have ideas, they support me. Yes.
So maybe for our goals of this year, for example, there are people here watching us. Maybe you are watching us here and you have a healing story, or you're a practitioner working and helping other people and you want to be on an interview with us. So
Yes.
please contact us. And you have read about some research, you have doing yourself research. We want to get into contact with you.
Yes,
So this
we will
is
support you.
why we are getting out our vision, our ideas, and so you can come back to us and support us. That's also one of the things why it's so important to
Yes.
bring this out into the world what you want to do.
Win-win for health.
Win-win for health. So this will be the motto for the day. And well, I hope you liked that we had this fireside chat
We are in the middle of
today.
the snow.
Yeah, we are right here in the middle of the snow, and well, who knows how long it will
So
continue.
within the next few weeks, we will show you a lot of interviews with all sorts of different people who we network, and they all have the center. How is it possible to self-heal actually?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much for watching us, and hope to see you again next week.
Open your heart and start.